What's up guys, it's Eric from the gym. Today we're going over beginner upper body workout. I have Aaron here helping me. We're gonna go over push-ups, assisted pull-ups, shoulder press, and TRX rows. Let's get it. Before we start, we wanna make sure that we are in alignment. We are actually gonna be using handles because sometimes I know when people put their hands on the floor, it'll be too much pressure on the wrist. So the handles will actually help with alleviating some of the pressure on the wrist. You wanna make sure that your knuckles are facing down into the ground. So Aaron, you're gonna grab the handles. And as he's doing that, you wanna make sure that your elbow is directly on top of your wrist so you're in alignment and you're not putting pressure onto that elbow. And so you come straight up. You want your hands in line with your chest, not on your shoulders or at your head because that'll put too much pressure on your shoulders. You want it straight at your chest so you're pushing from your chest. So come up. And notice how he came up at the same time. You're actually using your core to stabilize. So go ahead, do a couple. There also is some difference between the distance of your hands. The closer you are to your body, the more you're working your tricep. The further you are, the more that you're working your chest. I prefer to do chest, but if you want to get more arms, you would go in. If you want to get more chest, you go out, but you still want to maintain alignment. So if you're coming in, you still want your wrists and your elbows in line. If you're coming out, again, you still want your wrists and elbows in alignment. If a regular push-up is too hard for you, you can do them on your knees. Same rules apply. When you start, you actually want to start a little lower than chest because when you come up, you're actually going to be coming backwards. When you come up, you want your chest to be the last thing that comes up. So you want to maintain spine stabilization. So you're going to use your core to stabilize. So come up. So notice how he stays straight. And when you come down, your chest is actually the first thing that comes down. So go ahead and then come back up. And so same rules apply. You just want to make sure that you're stabilizing and not having your hips too high up. This is going to focus on your back. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're careful as you're stepping up. You're actually going to put your foot onto this lever, but before you do that, you want to make sure that you have a firm grip on the handles. We're going to go with the wide grip. Make sure that he is in alignment, so you're in alignment. 90-degree angle. If you need to go wider, you need to go closer. You can adjust accordingly. When you step onto here, you're gonna go 1 foot at a time, so you get a feel for how much assistance you're having. This actually has weight attached to it, so you're not doing your full body weight. You have a weight kind of helping you lift yourself up. So when you come onto it, go ahead. And then when you come down, you don't want to go full extension, just right before full extension. And then you want to make sure that you're sticking your chest out the whole time. And mentally, you're trying to get your chest to the bar. So go ahead, come up. You want to make sure you get your chin above the bar as well. And really flex those lats. Good. Come up and down a couple times. Good. On this particular exercise, you can actually do multiple hand grips. So the first one that he did was a regular pull-up grip. This one is a chin-up grip or a reverse grip. And then the third one is actually what I like to call a neutral grip where your hands are in. Each grip will work different muscles. So you want to try to do each one. So if you're doing 3 sets, you would do 1 set of each grip to work all of the different muscle groups. Now when you come down, you want to be careful when you come down. So you're going to pull yourself all the way up. Make sure you put 1 foot out at a time so that you're on the step, you're secure. So go ahead, take 1 foot, and you're gonna keep that other foot on there, and you're gonna come up slowly so the weight doesn't slam and break the machine. Good, and now you come down. This particular machine is a multi-press, so when you come up to it, you wanna make sure that you adjust accordingly. So right now, it's set for an incline press. So you want to adjust it to go into the shoulder press, and you want to make sure that you adjust the seat according to your height. So Aaron is pretty tall, so we're going to bring the seat all the way down so that he has room. And we're going to grab these outside handles. And now with this, again, alignment is super important, so you're not going to go this low in the exercise, but because it's a machine, you're only able to go into the fixed motion that the machine allows to. So he's just going to push up. And then you're only going to come down into that 90-degree angle so that you stay into alignment and then come right back up from there. So what you're going to do is you want to make sure that your shoulder width apart with your feet. That makes it a little easier to start with. You're going to bring your hands up about chest level, but you want to make sure that your back is straight. So bring your arms out a little bit, and then you're gonna lean back so there's tension. Good. And then you're gonna go back until your arms are fully extended. And you want to keep your chest out the whole time. And then when you come up, all you're doing is pulling. You want to be a straight line from all the way up here to your elbow. You want to make sure that you're always in alignment. Go back down. And now if this is too easy, you can walk forward and walk under. You still want to maintain that alignment, but this is going to add a little bit more tension to your back. And that's it for our beginner upper body workout. The order of the exercises is important. It's set up as a push-pull. So when you're doing your push-ups, you're working your chest, it's a push exercise. When you're doing the assisted pull-ups, it's a back exercise, that is a pull exercise. And then when you're doing the shoulder press, that's again, it's a shoulder exercise, but it's a push exercise. And when you're doing the TRX row, it's another back exercise, different back muscles, but it's another pull exercise. So you want to do it in order so that when you're doing each exercise, that specific muscle group is getting a break in between. Each exercise you want to do about 3 to 4 sets of 20 reps. For the ones that require weight, the way that you set your weight is at 20 reps, you should feel like you shouldn't be able to do any more. So on the assisted pull-up and the shoulder press, those are the two specific ones that require weight, so you want to adjust the weight accordingly. With the TRX rows, the way that you're going to adjust the weight is that angle. So the lower you go, the harder it is. The higher you go, or the more you're upright, the easier it is. So you want to try to find that angle where at 20, it's kind of like that sweet spot where you feel the burn in your back. And then with the push-ups, you can either do 20 regular push-ups. So if you can do that, that's what you want to do, because even if you're in shape, 20 is a pretty good number for push-ups. If you can't do 20 push-ups, you're going to do 20 on your knees, or work your way up to that. So you're going to do as many as you can, and then your goal is to work up to 20 on your knees. If 20 on your knees is too easy, you're going to do as many push-ups as you can. If you can't make it to 20, you set a goal for maybe 10, then 12, and work your way up to 20 if you can do it that way. Or if you're starting just off at 8, you want to work with whatever you're at right now. But that's it for our beginner series. Take a look out for our intermediate series that's coming up next. But if you haven't done so, make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and see you next time.